The Sexiest Man Alive is the guy who seems to define sexy at this particular moment.
Do you have the black shirt?
We wanted this year's Sexiest Man Alive to be somebody who would have a lot of fun with it, who would make us laugh along with it, who would just give us, a week of a lot of joy.
After a lot of anticipation and a ton of guesses, we can finally reveal People Magazine's 2017 Sexiest Man Alive.
This year's Sexiest Man Alive
People are going to hate me over this.
is Blake Shelton.
Wow, we have run out of celebrities with both eyes and things like that. We're just down to somebody who is somewhat symmetrical. That must be all you had left to look for.
You're not going to believe this. I got to show you something.
I can't do anything without...
No, I'm coming around. I'm going to help you. Let me hold your hand. Can I hold your hand?
Yeah, I have trust issues.
Your hands are soft. Have you ever done a day's work in your life? This is a great source of pride, and I win. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Take off the blindfold. Just peek.
What?
Look how sexy. Read that. That says Sexiest Man Alive, which means I am the sexiest man that's living right now.
Man, I'm proud of you, buddy. Because I'm only friends with the other SMAs.
You know Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, I'm having dinner with all the other guys tonight.
Wow.
Sexiest Man Alive is not just a big cultural moment where we all have a lot of fun, but it's also a huge, huge tentpole for People Magazine.
When he first heard the news, Blake thought it was a mistake.
Y'all must be running out of people to put on the cover of the magazine. That was my first thought when they said that I was the sexiest man alive.
It is the one thing that we do that makes everybody really angry, and it makes everybody really happy, and the argument over whether or not we made the right decision is just a fun few moments of cultural discourse.
There's nothing that makes me happier than the destruction of Blake Shelton. Like...
The best part about watching The Voice is watching Blake and Adam go at it. Since season 1, these two guys have had quite the bromance. They love each other, they hate each other.
When you buy a sweater that looks like a barcode, does it freak out the cash register? Is the cash register like they're trying to sweep the whole thing?
Man, I can't wait to shove this up Adam. As proud as I am and honored that you guys asked me, that's really the only thing I care about.
Adam, I know you're now sexiest
Bring it on.
man alive.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
I want
Here
you
we
to
go.
know that I think you're beautiful for what's on the inside.
I think I'll wear the crown better than Adam just because there will never be that moment where somebody says a comment to me where they say, oh, Adam, Mr. Sexy, and you'd always see him go, well, if you say that to me, it's going to be, you're damn right, I'm Mr. Sexy. That's Blake Shelton, Mr. Sexiest Man Alive, to you.
Blake grew up in Ida, Oklahoma. It's a very small town, and his parents were very normal people. I think his mom was a hairdresser. His dad also worked a very down-to-earth, normal, everyday job, and so to have Blake really break out as this huge star is a pretty big deal in his family.
Looking back, I was the guy that ran in everybody's circle, and there was every little circle you could think of. I was in all of those circles. And looking back, I think I did it just so I never got beat up.
It's been very slow and steady for Blake. When he was younger, he went to school just like any other kid. In high school, he started writing music. It was actually his uncle who taught him how to play the guitar. And after high school, he moved to Nashville to pursue music. It was always something he was talented at, and he wanted to follow his dreams.
Blake broke through in 2001 with his first single, Austin.
This is Austin.
Austin became a #1 single for Blake, and it really kind of propelled him into the country music world.
I still love you.
For someone like Blake, who comes from a very small town, I don't think he was seeking fame. He really wanted to pursue music and do the one thing that he loved and was good at. Of course, fame comes overnight suddenly. He talked about the first time he was recognized and how weird and funny that was.
I can remember being recognized the first time ever. I was at, it used to be called Fanfare in Nashville, now it's called CMA Fest. And I was leaving one day, it was early on in my career, and I heard somebody go, "Terry, Terry, Terry," like clearly behind my head. And so I turned around and they realized it was me, and they thought I was Terry Clark because my hair was so long, and she used to wear a cowboy hat. And literally I was like, that's the first time I've been recognized. It's not the right person, but I was recognized. I got a haircut soon after that. That's what's most important to Gwen, is somebody who has her back and is a best friend, and that's kind of how it started. You want to fight? Is that what you said? You want to fight?
That's what I came to do. I came to
This
fight.
is my show, Jennifer. This is your guest.
That's
on
exactly
my
what
show.
I want to fight over.
When The Voice first started, the core group of judges was Christina Aguilera, CeeLo Green, Adam Levine, and then Blake Shelton. People were like, who is this guy? But he was really the breakout star out of the coaches. He's funny, he's relatable, and he really won over America. And his star has just continued to rise because of the show.
Last thing I needed was to fall in love.
A few seasons ago, Gwen Stefani joined The Voice as one of the coaches, and that's where she and Blake met for the first time. They come from two totally different worlds, and they were friends at first, and then they both went through some personal troubles in their marriages, and they really bonded over that, and that's how they fell in love.
When we found out what each other were going through, this instant bond that we created, unspoken, and it's still there, of like this unified front. That's what's most important to Gwen, is somebody who has her back and is a best friend, and that's kind of how it started. And it just kept snowballing and snowballing into, what it is now, and it just feels like it gets stronger all the time.
We have to give full props to Gwen because he admitted that she is the reason he agreed to be the sexiest man alive.
Gwen is the one person that I've told about this. And originally I told her just to say, can you believe that? I'm not doing that. That's awesome, but I can't stand to do these photo shoots. And she said, she goes, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You are going to regret this for the rest of your life if you don't embrace this opportunity and take this gift, basically that they're giving you, and just live in the moment, and do it. And she even said, she goes, do it to rub it in Adam's face. Think about how fun that's going to be for you.
When people think about Blake, they don't focus in on abs or a pretty face or whatnot, like a typical sexy man. But what really wins you over about him is how down to earth and funny and sweet he is. He's really exactly what you see on TV.
I could get used to this. Just say dude. Dudes?
He's so relatable and he's so friendly, and he just really wants people to love him. And I think that's what draws in our readers as well.
I'm owning this moment. I've been ugly my whole life. If I can be sexy for a year, I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
Blake Shelton will be a perfect Sexiest Man Alive for the next 12 months. He's very visible. He's the kind of guy who's going to have a whole lot of fun with it, and he'll really enjoy it until, he's unseated and somebody else is sexier in 2018.
For the next year, until I have to hand the title, which is what it is to me, until I have to hand the title over to someone else, this is mine. This is like a certification.
I don't think we've ever had a sexiest man alive who was more deserving and fought us so hard on giving him the title. Blake is so self-deprecating. He's gorgeous. He's definitely a good old boy, extremely relatable. And I think that makes him all the more appealing because he doesn't think he's sexy. He's just a good guy.
People magazine, it always have been really good to me, and so I'm just excited and honored, about this. So here I am. As much as I hate taking pictures, I'm in here taking some damn pictures.